Hello, you're watching Newegg TV. My name is Jennifer, and today I'm going to be giving you a product overview of the Parrot AR.Drone 2.0. So here's a quick shot of the back of the box. Now I'm going to show you all of this when I get the aircraft out, but I wanted to point out a few things that I'm not going to be able to show you, and that's the electronic assistance and the motors. So let's take a look here. We have a 1 gigahertz processor with a 800 megahertz video for your high-def 720p recording on the front camera. Then you have a 1 gigabit of RAM. The internal Wi-Fi system is how it connects to either your Android device or your Apple device for flight. 3-axis accelerometer with plus or minus 50 milligrams precision. 3-axis gyroscope for 2000 degree second precision. Pressure sensor at plus or minus 10 PA precision. And then it has the 60 frames per second vertical QVGA camera in the bottom, which I'll point out to you on the aircraft. And here they're using it for ground speed measurement. You can also record video through that camera. And 3-axis magnetometer for 6-degree precision, and ultrasound sensors for ground altitude measurement. It's running Linux 2.632 and has a USB high speed for extension. So it has a USB 2.0 port to connect a flash drive to, which I will show for you. In the motors, just a couple quick things. It's running 4 brushless inner motors, 14.5 watt and 28,500 RPM when hovering. Self-lubricating bronze bearings, tempered steel propeller shaft, and low noise nylotron gears. All of these things actually contribute to be pretty low noise. Micro ball bearings and rare earth magnets inside. It has an emergency stop control by the software, and the software allows some reprogrammable motor controls. All right, so let's go over everything that comes in the box. This is the AR.Drone 2.0. Just the body. Then over here we have the hulls. So we have the outdoor hull, and here's the indoor hull with the circular bumpers here to protect you from the fan blades. And over here we have some stickers for the augmented reality games, and it also comes with a little square of 2-sided tape for quick repairs. This is the lithium-ion polymer battery and your charging dock, which also includes several different outlet adapters depending on what part of the world you're in. You can have an outlet adapter included for that. Also, here is a warning guide and the quick start guide, which is multilingual. Now there's a full manual available for the AR.Drone 2.0 on Parrot's website, and I recommend that you do download that. So here's the drone, and I'm going to go over its physical specs with you before we assemble it. And the first thing I'd like to note is that the speed on this is a maximum of 18 kilometers an hour or 11 miles per hour. With the indoor hull on, it weighs 0.96 pounds, and with the outdoor hull it's 0.88 pounds, so quite light. The dimensions with the indoor hull on are 20.27 inches by 20.27 inches, and the outdoor hull, which would be just this area here, is 17.79 inches by 17.79 inches. It can reach a maximum altitude of 19.65 feet, so not quite 20 feet there. And also you can be right around 160 feet away from it and still get reception through the Wi-Fi system, so you can actually fly it at a pretty decent distance. The vertical camera, which is right here underneath, I'll try to, show that to you. This is a 64-degree wide-angle diagonal lens camera with the QVGA resolution of 60 frames per second that I talked about in the box view. Now the front camera is a 90-degree wide-angle diagonal lens camera, and it has a 780p at 30 frames per second. I did talk to you a little bit about the built-in Wi-Fi system, which is how you pair it with your devices for flight. And the other thing I would like to note is that the lithium polymer battery has a charge time of 1.5 hours, and you'll have flight time of about 12 minutes on that charge. So I'm going to go ahead and install the battery now. Right above the battery compartment is your USB connector. So that's a USB 2.0. You can insert a flash drive. I would use a flash drive that's a little smallish in length because it does have to fit inside the hull. So I'm going to set this on the desk here. Go ahead and install the battery. Now it's important to note that the battery does need to be installed in order for you to make any adjustments in the program. And there it's going to fire up its little wings and do a test. Okay, and I'm going to be using the indoor hull because we are indoors and it's just less dangerous that way. So that's it, really, really easy to put that together. All right, so I'm gonna do a little bit of a demo. This is an Android device and I'm gonna show you how to pair it with this device. So you would take and go ahead, go to settings, and you have to connect to the Wi-Fi. So it's important, the battery has to be in the aircraft in order for this to work. So you go to your Wi-Fi and then you find the AR.Drone and connect. Now once you've done this, you can go back and select the app. And then it shows you, there is a GPS locating device inside the drone, so if you want to join the AR.Drone Academy and be able to show where your drone has flown, or also if you lose it and need to track it, you can do that as well with the app. So you would go to your AR.Drone Academy and register there. You can keep track of your photos and videos that you've taken here, and then piloting is really what we are all here to see. So under the piloting features, it gives you some, oh, there's Anna. I will turn this around. So you can see the camera is live as long as you're running the app. So you're actually going to have a pilot's eye view on the screen while you're flying. It is much easier to fly while looking at the drone though. And so up here in your settings are the personal settings. You can adjust a lot of almost every different feature in the interface. So you've got your USB record, you need to turn that on. If you put the USB thumb drive or flash drive in there, it's not going to automatically turn that on. You can turn it to auto record, so it'll auto record to whatever default device you have, if you have the USB there, or if you have it set to record to your smartphone or whatever device you're using. It can also do automatic upload to YouTube. So I have the flip enabled on, so I can show you guys a little trick with this. In order to have it flip, you do need to turn this on in the software, and also you have to have more than 30% battery life. And then this is just your flip orientation, which you can play around with different ways for it to do that. These are your flight settings. So I have it, the altitude limit set pretty low, which is 3 meters. And in order for you to go outdoors and fly it higher and set your maximum altitude and things like that, you need to turn the outdoor hull and outdoor flight on. I can adjust some of these things, but right now I'm just going to leave it with the default flight settings. And then we're going to scroll through, take a look at the piloting mode. You have a joypad mode and absolute control mode. There are some built-in safeties with the regular piloting mode. The absolute control mode allows you to make all of the decisions for the device. And then I can make it left-handed. I guess there's, you know, some left-handed people out there who like to do that kind of thing. I just deal with being left-handed in a right-handed world. All right, so it recognized that I'm using a Samsung device, so it has automatically set my tilt max, which is the orientation of my phone here like this, to 20 degrees. So that means that when my phone's at 20 degrees, that's the maximum the aircraft will tilt with it. And that's how the flight actually works, is you tilt the phone back and forth, and I'll go back here. So in order to fly, you hold down here, and then you can turn direction by tapping here and here and adjust the different angles that the camera is at. And I'm not going to do that now because it's quite loud and we're in a very small room. But I am going to demonstrate for you a flip. So I'm going to do that with my Android device, but I am going to note that if you have an NVIDIA Shield like this one, which runs Android operating system. You can sync it here and then use the joystick or joypad features in the software and fly it with this, which I found much easier to do than use my phone because it's kind of small. But we had a lot of fun earlier flying it around with the Shield device. All right, as promised, I'm gonna do a little demo for you guys and make it flip. Now, we are in a really small room, so I can't fly it around too much. And I do recommend learning in a large area or an large outdoor controlled area, build piloting skills. But anyway, to take off, it's as simple as touching the takeoff at the bottom of my screen. And then to make it do a flip, I just do a quick double tap. And then for landing, just touch landing, and there it goes. Well, that wraps up this overview of the Parrot AR.Drone 2.0. I had a lot of fun doing a little demo for you today. If you found this video helpful or useful, please like it, subscribe to our YouTube channel. My name is Jennifer, and until next time, thank you for watching Newegg TV.